What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And today, I remember back when when Drunk 3PO was just a wee YouTube channel with 500 or 600 subscribers, and they started the construction of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. And I jumped on the topic. Why? Because I literally live down the street. And so I was bringing all the news, and people were coming to the channel, and we were like, yeah, this is what they're going to have, and this is what they're going to charge, and this is what they're going to do, and it's going to be immersive, and they're going to have Rey and Kylo Ren fight, and all those things. We were bringing all that to the channel because I love Star Wars, and I was curious about the Star Wars land and what they were going to offer. And then all of a sudden, the Galactic Star Cruiser happened, and after watching all the reactions, I began to wonder. I was like, something just sounds familiar. I went back and kind of went through some of the old videos. I couldn't really find it, but big claps to blogmickey.com. And I will put this article in the top of the description if you want to read more. The title says, "What was promised for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge now sits behind a $6,000 paywall." And I was like, yes. And it all kind of came back to me. I remember going to the early days of Galaxy's Edge and covering it for this channel. And yes, everything that we see in the Galactic Star Cruiser is what they were trying to do with just the purchase of your theme park ticket. Rey would be running around from the First Order. Kylo Ren was looking for her, and a spy. They had a spy. If you found her, she would give you a mission. It wasn't a big deal, but it was cool for kids. And then there was different things. Chewbacca would magically show up, and the First Order would question people, and it was very immersive because that's what they promised you, to live out your Star Wars story. It's exactly the same verbiage they're using for the Galactic Star Cruiser. And I remember too, in some of those early days, Rey and Kylo Ren had an epic, well, for what it's worth, lightsaber duel at the end of the day. When the lights went down, they met and they fought, and that was like a show. And again, you got all that for your theme park ticket. And when you see them fight now, and when you see all that stuff, you're like, that ain't worth the $6,000. Could that be worth the theme park ticket? Yeah, probably, because you're in the land and they're doing things and they want to be interactive. And their whole point of Galaxy's Edge was to bring you everything, basically what you see in the Galactic Star Cruiser, but now you got to pay $6,000. So Blog Mickey just brought back those memories. I was like, yes, that's exactly what's going on here. Galaxy's Edge is nothing more than a bunch of shops and 2 rides. And if you if you want to build a lightsaber, it's basically going into a store and they do a little show and you buy a lightsaber and then you leave. You want to build a droid, you go into a store, you pay the money, you build a droid. That's cool for kids. I got to see kids doing that, nephews and nieces of mine, and they really love that. So that's all I'm saying. But other than that, that's it. They don't even play John Williams music. They don't even play Star Wars music in Galaxy's Edge if you've never been. But all the stuff that we've seen on these live streams, they were supposed to have that in Galaxy's Edge, but they turned their back on it and decided we need some more cheddar because it's a good idea, and we'll just put it in the hotel. This was some early concept art. And yes, and what really rang the bell for me was this. Remember, this is Gaia, the singer. Look at this. I just want you to see this real quick. See the dining hall as what they have now. Look at that. Bright lights, purple, some red, white, very bright, very Canto Bight, Last Jedi scene, right? But this is what they wanted to do. And I'll go back to the other concept. This is what they wanted to do at Galaxy's Edge right here. On the bottom was the cantina, was like a bar. And on the top was going to be, on the upstairs was going to be this restaurant. And look, doesn't that look a little more Star Wars-y than what they're giving us? And it would work out the same. I guess you'd make reservations and you sit down and they would have music and they would just try to make it like the cantina, but a restaurant style. They would serve your food and everything. So basically the same thing, probably the same food they were getting ready to do in the Galactic Star Cruiser, they were going to do in Galaxy's Edge. And again, from everything that we've seen, that's just a theme park ticket experience. It really is. Now, I haven't been there. We can only go by what we've seen, but man, and this is Gaia. This was the concept art that they released, who was going to lead it just like in the Galactic Star Cruiser. She was going to be in charge of the restaurant, which was called the Kalikori Club, the Kalikori Club right here. And this was the concept art in 2015. So they had all this stuff ready to go. They had all this stuff, and I mean, looks a lot better than what we got. I'm just saying. I mean, look, that looks a little more Star Wars-y, definitely than this. Definitely than this. And also this, Blog Mickey uncovered, and I'm so glad they did this because I remember the marketing, because it's all I saw around here in Orlando, and how Disney changed it. This was the original concept art marketing that they had on their website and other places. As you could see, there are little droids everywhere. And that's what they were advertising. That's what they came out and said. They said, you're going to be droids, going to be First Order, going to be spies. You might see someone you recognize. And even the cast members were going to play a part in your immersion. Everything is right like it is. Now, it's, like I said, it's just like basically a big mall. But when they realized that they were going to do this other thing, they changed the marketing. As you can see, they took the droids out. They didn't want them at Galaxy's Edge because they wanted you to pay more for it at the Galactic Star Cruiser. So if you wanted to experience that, you had to pay through the... I love how they put it, the paywall. Now, I might start calling that now. You might have to pay through the paywall. This is the... I guess they were talking to John about some of the music, which they don't even play John Williams music at Galaxy's Edge. And here was the biggest piece of concept art that I remember. It says, when it was announced, Star Wars Land was to be a living, breathing environment where various spies and First Order adversaries would face off in their conquest or defense of the galaxy. In the concept art below, we can see Kylo Ren and Rey would face off on the rooftops and elevated spaces throughout Batuu as the struggle for control of this outpost continued. That's right. That's it. And they used to do that at Galaxy's Edge. They used to do that. I have not seen or whatever, seen them do that in a while. This was some more concept art. You could see here Rey, Kylo fighting on the rooftops, I guess for everyone to see. This was some early footage of the coordinators and the stunt work team working on that, basically saying that we wanted Rey and Kylo to fight from the rooftop to rooftops to all this stuff, and people would be, to use the term, they're in the thick of it. However, if you pull out your wallet and pony up $6,000 for 2 nights aboard the Galactic Star Cruiser, you will indeed be in the thick of it. Kylo Ren will board the ship. Rey will be there to face off against him, not unlike the concept art seen above of what's supposed to take place within the theme park land. The article concludes, says, to say that Disney park fans are disappointed is an understatement. This thing is, it could be one of the biggest disasters we've ever seen. I mean, how many people are going to be able to afford that constantly throughout the years to come, unless they begin to change it? I don't know. I don't know. And I could be coming back in a year and saying, well, they pulled it off. Well, they pulled it off. Who knows? If there was any hope that Disney might bring some real entertainment to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, the Galactic Star Cruiser should be the final nail in the coffin of promises. Boy, isn't that true? Isn't that true? They talk about up here where it says Galaxy's Edge is pretty much dead. Because right here, when the Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular returned, we called live entertainment the pulse of Disney theme parks. Star Wars Galaxy's Edge has no pulse, no live entertainment. And a lot of it was due to budget cuts. So there you have it. And I agree. Everything that was in the Galactic Star Cruiser should just cost you your theme park ticket for a $6,000 2-night stay, to be wowed, to be, yes, I got my money's worth. I haven't seen it. Maybe you have. Maybe we're looking at something different. I don't know, but it just stinks of greed of what they wanted to do, and that's a shame. And I'm telling you, the blowback is huge on theme park vloggers, on people that got to go for free. The media, they are fighting online with each other. People are unsubscribing from channels, and we're gonna talk about that on an upcoming live stream about the views of Disney theme park vloggers and all this stuff. It's been wild out there. It has been wild. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. This is Jay. I'll catch you next time.